What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well today. I want to show you guys a 12 vehicle kill game I had on Galatia. Was grinding out to get those 100 vehicle kills that we needed to get to unlock that super rare desert gold vehicle skin DICE was giving out for us on this special holiday mission over the weekend. So if you guys were able to get this vehicle skin and you were curious where to find it in your inventory, it is in a Superior Battle Pack again. So DICE is kind of doing the same thing again, where they're putting it in Superior Battle Packs, our skins and weapons that we're achieving for these special missions and events that DICE has been going on about. So yeah, if you have some battle packs you haven't opened up already, you're gonna have to open those up first, and you're gonna find it hiding behind those in a Superior Battle Pack. I had the chance to actually put that skin on a heavy tank and go on Soysons and kind of check it out with the lighting and everything like that, and it's just, it looks so sick with how the sun hits the gold, and how it just kind of shimmers in the daylight. Even though it's been out for a while, and I've wanted the skin since almost like day one when I first saw it come out, and it's almost been like a year. It feels like it's been a year later or something like that. It's definitely worth it by far. So yeah, definitely an awesome skin. So hopefully you guys are able to grind that and hopefully get your way closer to getting that skin. If not, hopefully you can pick up some things I'm doing on this map. Again, I had 12 vehicle kills, and I was using the Tank Hunter class. This was the highest vehicle kill game I had out of all the games I had played so far this weekend. And I feel like just using the Tank Hunter class on this map overall is it's just a good balance for multiple reasons. Well, one reason is because you're not using a vehicle yourself, you're kind of staying away from everyone who's kind of hunting you. If you played a little bit in a vehicle today, you probably noticed that you probably had more than usual people that were trying to hunt you, and that's because everyone's trying to get those 100 vehicle kills. So you make yourself less a target when you're in this thing. And plus, when you're on a map like this, there's a lot of vehicles that are not just like tanks and planes, but vehicles like armored cars that only take, you know, 2 shots from the Tank Hunter class, or 2 shots from your AT rocket gun, or even 1 shot from any tank. You know, the cannons that fire out from any of the tanks to take these vehicles out. So yeah, it's a lot of things like this, and even a bunch of horses as well too. You get a vehicle kill with a horse, or you get a horse kill, it's considered a vehicle kill. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to get vehicle kills on this map. Unfortunately, it was kind of strained. It seemed like I could not get Galatia at all in the map rotation, nor could I get anyone to vote for it. But man, I got a whole lot of Lubco Pass, man. I played enough Lubco Pass this weekend. I think I played it about 7 times, and it showed up in my the queue part like 9. It was just so many Lubco Passes. I don't know what people were doing. Oh man, it's just like I would even take in what was it, Vulgar River, right? And Vulgar River is usually a map I haven't enjoyed as much of all the Name of the Czar maps. I would have taken that map over Lubco Pass any day of the week. But yeah, I just for the life of me couldn't get. I think I got Galatia no more than like 4 times. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys can get some Galatia. Again, these maps are free for anyone, even with the retail version of the game, to play right now for the weekend. So you have one more day. So it's going to end tomorrow, Sunday, December 10th. So yeah, you can definitely still try out this map if you haven't got a chance to experience it, or if you're looking for a good map again to get a bunch of vehicle kills. This would be a pretty solid map. So I had a pretty solid game on this map. I think I had like 60 kills. I had like 7 deaths, which is pretty good, because a map like this that's pretty large is yeah, it's kind of hard to, you know, get a lot of high kills per minute and get a lot of kills on maps that are, you know, that are more spread out and you have to hunt people around. But I was just, I don't know if I was just in the mindset just to slay, but yeah, I was just slaying a lot. I was still trying to play the objective. I still wanted to win the game, but at the same time, if I had the opportunity to take out a vehicle, that's kind of how I was playing. So I feel like if you just go out hunting just for vehicles, you're gonna get yourself killed. So I wasn't. I was again just trying to play the objective, and then around the objective, I would, of course, if I had the option between a you know, infantry player or a vehicle, I was gonna hunt the vehicle down. So now, using the Tank Hunter class on this map, there's some really good spots you can really post up on. It's in the buildings over here between, right over here to my right. There's some good parts over here, even though we spawn over here at the very beginning of the game. If the enemy team spawns over here, you can post up in those buildings up on there and go up to the very top and to go where the kind of the attic is at, and use your shotgun to kind of like blow up the windows, so you can have a better view. and then you can lay down fire against all the artillery trucks and artillery cars that come out, and even the horses that come out from their spawn. So you can do a lot of damage doing that. Now I don't do much of it this game because I have a hard time kind of getting over there, but I had a couple of other games on this map where I had like 8 or 10 vehicle kills, where I was doing kind of that. So you can try that out if that hopefully helps you out. Just kind of be wary that if a smart artillery truck is looking at you, he can shoot up in the attic and kind of blow everything up. So you kind of want to be kind of hesitant. It's kind of risky doing that, but you know, for the most part, you can at least put some damage on horses that come out as well as armored cars. So you can definitely try doing that. Now, the nice thing about this kit is that even when you're out kind of in the open, it seems like it still kind of throws people off, because when it hits your vehicle, you feel like you're getting hit by a tank. But you know, you're looking for a tank, you don't see it, and sometimes I've noticed it takes some people a little bit of time to register that, oh, it's the, you know, the tank hunter class, and so they're still looking for a tank. And even though you might be out in the open, not moving, laying down, shooting them with your tank hunter class, it won't register to the enemy player. So it still kind of happens, not all the time. I wouldn't like lean on it. Don't just, you know, go run out there in the open and just, you know, lay down and be like, oh, you know, Livin told me this is gonna work every time. But for the most part, you'd be surprised how it can get you away with certain, you know, certain things. So you might find yourself a little bit in a sketchy situation, and you can you're out in the open and you see, you know, a vehicle come up your way. You can just lay down, blast them. And sometimes if you're a little bit if you're far away, you know, they might overlook you because they're too busy looking for a tank. So but yeah, I'm gonna hold them out over here by D. They're pushing up over here. One really good thing you can always do is, if you ever see people pushing up and you have an angle like this, sometimes it's good just to spot them and then completely hide yourself around cover, and then just wait and just look on your mini map and wait for them to show up instead of like exposing yourself, so you can kind of look around the corner. That's what I always kind of like to do, try to put many people in a spot and then hide back behind a corner, because then I'm going to know whenever they make that turn. And especially if you're using the tank hunter class, you can just pull off the shotgun and then pick them off there really quick. So but yeah, I'm going to now try to hopefully push up over there by B. I'm not sure if I make it all the way up over there where B is at to do some damage in those buildings over there. But yeah, I like to try to go, yeah, I'm going to try to post up over here and see if I can pick some people off. But yeah, it's not really good angle. I really don't kind of like this building, especially because they're way out in the open as well. And a lot of the artillery trucks can kind of get trigger happy over here, firing at these buildings and watching all the debris hit you, and you know, seeing all those points rack up on their screen. So I try to avoid them. As you can see, it seems like every time you're in the game, they're just, you know, the buildings are just you know, exploding. But there's a sick kill right there. I forgot about that one right there. I was like hoping, I was like, man, I hope they line up. And even though it's not the, you know, 10 kills in a row like some of you guys get on those top plays of the week, I'll take 2 by far. That was sick. So yeah, definitely thought that was cool. There's a lot of infantry kills. My aim was somewhat decent on this game, and usually my aim's not always the best aim, so I was doing somewhat well. Now, I had a couple of ricochets on some of the artillery trucks. I wasn't quite sure if it was more the bug or me just kind of missing. That's kind of the unfortunate thing, was just kind of bug around. But for the most part, I wasn't getting too much ricochet with using the tank hunter class. And I do have a good amount kind of this game, but for the most part, I wasn't experiencing it too much. Seems like it was like way more with like the AT rocket gun, or if I was using a tank myself. But with the tank hunter class, I didn't experience it that much. I'm not sure if there's a reason behind that, or maybe it's just because I was connecting. I don't really know. But for the most part, what I've experienced, I was experiencing more of me connecting using a tank hunter class than any other weapon against tanks. So of course, you know, you can always get into an airplane yourself and want to go take out enemy airplanes and you know, take out maybe enemy vehicles as well using your airplane. But for the most part, I felt that I was, you know, doing, you know, well using just the tank hunter class. And yeah, I just felt like that just works better for me. So again, do what works for you, and you know, let me know down in the comments below if there's anything that helps you guys out, or that you felt worked for you guys. I know I have one individual on this channel that follows the channel that made a comment about that you could get vehicle kills by killing the mortars that the support class shoots up. So you know how the support class can drop a mortar and they're kind of crouched down and it will shoot up in the air. If you go up and kill that support class and then you kill his mortar, that is a vehicle kill in itself. And I've heard this before too. It's been a while. So yeah, you can definitely try doing that. Unfortunately, like every game I played, I think I experienced like maybe like 3 of those where I was able to kill a guy who was in a mortar. So I had played a lot of games this weekend, but yeah. So I wasn't really getting many mortar like kills, but yeah, if it helps you guys out, maybe another option makes it easier for you know, some of you guys who maybe don't use you know, assault classes and something like that. Like, you can still kill mortar, which is like your gun, and you know, maybe a grenade or something like that. I'm not really sure like how much damage it takes. And again, I don't go around killing too many mortars, but yeah, I've heard this before. So if you go around killing mortars, that maybe might help you guys out, maybe progress you more to get into those vehicle kills. So thanks again for the guy who pointed that out. Yeah, that would definitely help out a lot of people there. So yeah, again, if all else fails, maybe you can hunt down some you know, support classes that are using mortars. Again, I didn't experience it that much, man. It was which was kind of surprising, because there's a lot of, you know, people who use mortars, but maybe it's because it's just you know, the weekend where everyone wants to get vehicle kills, and so, you know, mortars might not be the best thing to try to kill out a vehicle. But I'm sure someone out there is trying it, and props to the guy who was able to get a vehicle kill doing it with your mortar. So got our armored truck over here, kind of distracting everyone so I can pick off all the enemy players around there. Again, I'm trying to push over there by B, where I was at earlier, right when I was started the video, because you can get up into those buildings and you know, put some fire down on enemy players who are kind of spawning with their vehicles out at their home base. But you saw right there at the very beginning game when I had started the game, I was getting blasted by an artillery truck. So that can happen at times where they just, you know, can be there and they want to blast you. But you have like a heavy tank grenades with your you know, tank hunter class, and you also have like 3 frag grenades as well. So yeah, it's kind of, you're pretty stacked. So even though I die with the kit, I'm gonna run back up here and pick it up again. It seems to flop right the moment you die from each spawn. So on this map, you have the tank hunter class that spawns on C and B. So this is the spawn place here by C. I'll go link in the annotations the spawn locations for the tank hunter class on this map, so you guys want to go check out where the B spawn is at. I mean, you saw it there at the very beginning of the game there as well, so you can go, if you remember seeing it at the very start, or you can, you know, go all the way back there and check that out as well. But I mean, I'll put it in the annotations as above too. But you guys can get it at the 3-minute 2-second mark at the very beginning of the game over here by C. So if you get over here by the 3-minute 2-second mark, go spawn over here, and then the moment you die and you respawn back into the game, it swaps at spawn like instantly, so you can go instantly pick it up over there by B. So you know, and then if you die with it by B, it normally will swap back over here by C. So it seems to kind of do that, but then it kind of gets kind of weird. You would think it would keep doing that, but then it suddenly kind of like stops. So you'll see it stop up here in a little bit, where I'll eventually die with the kid again. Spoiler alert. And then I'll run over there by B, hoping I can pick it up, and it's just not there. So yeah, it gets kind of weird, but for the most part, at the very beginning of the game, it will swap pretty consistently at the very first couple spawns. So now I'm kind of in the bad spot here. That I didn't realize that tank showed up out of nowhere, and then there's guys behind me, so that kind of caught me off guard. So I couldn't even see him; he just came out of nowhere. But yeah, here's the situation. I'm gonna try to spawn over here by B, and go back over here to where the tank hunter spawns, and it's just not going to show up here at all. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but for the very first couple spawns, it's pretty consistent. So, you know, the moment you die, you can go get into a vehicle, or what I kind of like doing, I like getting into a horse, because if you're riding a horse, you can then you know, run around with the or ride around with the tank hunter class and keep resupplying yourself over and over and over again, which is definitely nice if you're, you know, struggling to get ammo, because you could definitely run out of ammo pretty quick, especially how many times you gotta keep blasting, you know, tanks, and how you want to lay down gunfire non-stop. So yeah, that's what I don't really like conserving my you know, my ammo at all. I try to use everything I can up for that moment. But yeah, so if you definitely have a horse, it definitely helps. You don't have to kind of worry if you're kind of like, you know, running low. So I'm gonna pull out the AT rocket gun, finish some kills up over to the side. So you know, gonna have to run a little bit of the assault class right here. Now I was doing the AT rocket and the mines, and the reason why I was going about this route was because the ricochet bug is still pretty nasty, and if you're gonna try to use the AT rocket, you know, you're gonna have to get 4 clean shots, I think, on the artillery truck, and even on the like larger heavy vehicles like the Russian armored truck or like a heavy tank or something like that, you know, you're going to need more than just your 4 AT rocket guns. So, you know, having 2 anti-tank mines will take out any tank. So I was holding those around, but then I was using my using my AT rocket gun to take out cavalry classes. So yeah, you can do like 1 solid shot on a cavalry class, and you should be able to take them out. So sometimes it ends up taking 2. But for the most part, if you get some clean shots, if they're up close range, you get a clean shot on the cavalry class, you can take them out, and that's will count as a vehicle kill. So yeah, if you kill a horse, you get a vehicle kill. So yeah, that's definitely helpful. And like I said, there's a lot of opportunities again on this map to do some damage when it comes to the vehicles. So now I'm gonna fumble here with my gadgets here a little bit. This is kind of the consequences of swapping from your gadgets so much that yeah, you kind of forget which one's which. Is it the left direction button that my tank mines are at, or which one's? It's just, yeah, it was just, you know, when you play assault class, you know, you probably are like me, you might, you know, or maybe, I don't know, some people stick to only certain gadgets, but you might jump between all of them, which is kind of what happens to me a lot. There's a lot of situations I can use all 4 of my gadgets: the AT rocket, AT mine, the dynamite, and the heavy tank grenade. I find myself in different situations where I could use either of those, and yeah, so I'm always kind of messing with them, especially on, you know, a mission where you have to get 100 vehicle kills. I was really messing with them a lot. So now you see me come up there and I take out that tank. I'm not sure if I got a vehicle kill for that. Nothing popped up on my screen, but you do want to make sure that you kill the vehicle and not just the you know, the driver of the vehicle, because that's not going to count as a vehicle kill if you kill the driver. So if they just pop out, that's not going to do you much. You do want to make sure that you actually do kill the vehicle there. So I didn't see anything pop up there, but you know, fortunately a horse came around, so I was able to get the another vehicle kill there. So that's definitely helpful. So now I'm going to come push over here by A, and I still have some mines, I believe. I think I do. I'm not sure if I picked them up or if I laid them all down there earlier, but yeah, I think I'm going to come up over here. I want to take out that sentry kit, but the moment he got in that vehicle, I was like, oh yeah, I have 1 more mine. I'm going to lay it right there in front of him. And yeah, you can do that. Yeah, over here by their vehicle spawn, you want to do that. So right when they get in it, they'll drive up and they'll run over it. So unfortunately, that scout class got me around the turn there, but I could have cared less. I was able to pick that guy off and get the sentry kit while he's in there as well. So that worked out nice. So yeah, you can definitely do that and lay that down there. Now there's a vehicle over here by E if the enemy team spawns over here at the very beginning of the game, and I'll show you it where you can lay mines down over here. But I'm gonna get actually a solid kill on this guy here in a second, which was nice. Again, I was really happy about this kill because yeah, you get those cavalry classes that start pushing the other side of the map. You know, they go behind enemy lines and everything like that, and then you come over here and you don't want to like deal with them longer than you have to. So I was like, oh man, I really hope I can get them right around the edge right here, and just enough. But yeah, you see my teammates laid mines right there. Not the best place to lay them. You know, maybe they thought maybe for the enemy players that they grabbed this tank or this vehicle, which could have possibly been the case, but yeah, you can lay them kind of right there, essentially where my teammates laid them. It's just that's not, in my opinion, that effective because their vehicle spawn is way back over here by A. So yeah, you can lay them out over here. If you want to defend over here, well, you can defend it right up where that pathway is. I'm avoiding the pathway completely because of this reason. That's why I'm way out over to the right, because they will lay mines right up over there a little bit to my left. Right that pathway right there, the dirt road is. You can lay a couple right here, and you'll be in good shape. So you can try pulling that off. I've had that happen to me a couple of times too. I've ran over mines like that when enemy players laid it there, and it's kind of, you know, sometimes it's so like you know it's gonna be there, but sometimes you just you just kind of get lazy and you allow someone to do that, and they're able to farm a couple kills off of you by you just being kind of lazy and driving the path. So but yeah, there's a situation right there with the mortar right there. So I'm pretty sure I killed the mortar. I'm not really sure. Again, I didn't have a lot of that's like a rare situation. That's only happened like 2 other times, I think. So but yeah, if there's an option for you guys where you can take advantage of that, definitely do that, because yeah, the ricochet bug is pretty nasty. It makes it much harder. So any little a bit of help that anyone can get, I would recommend try to squeeze that out. So but now I'm over here, and Oh man, talk about not being able to get your bipod to stand up. So I was like, wow. All I was trying to do was to get my AT rocket gun set up so I could take them out, but I was just enough on the edge. So yeah, that wasn't helpful. But I laid another mine down there by the vehicle, so you know what's gonna happen here in a little bit. So yeah, you can do that again. Hopefully that helps you guys out. I'm trying to give out as much information as I can. Again, this is kind of how I play, so you know, feel free to let me know down below if you guys do something differently, what you felt worked out well. You know, again, we only have one more day left, and I know this is a pretty you know, pretty big skin. You know, when you get a super rare skin like this out, I bet a lot of people really want to get this skin. And yeah, again, I really hope you guys are able to get this, because yeah. So but I laid a couple more mines right there. That's a good spot to lay them to, in the river, because a lot of vehicles will go by. As you can see, I just had the guy just ran over the mines I laid by the vehicle there earlier, and then I laid 2 more right there, and he was able to run over it with his armored or his artillery trucks. So yeah, that's some fortunate stuff there at the end. Again, I think it's like a PR for most vehicle kills. I think, I don't know, I haven't really been tracking them. I started tracking them a little bit when I played Galatia earlier, right when it first came out, and I had 11 vehicle kill game, but then I got a 12 vehicle kill game on this one, so that was pretty awesome. But yeah, that's it for you guys today. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully that helps you guys out. I am Livin', and I'll catch you guys again later. Peace.